Welcome to Hank's Place. God is faithful. His promises are new every morning, and God keeps those promises of His. We can easily become downcast and discouraged, though, if we attempt to assign a timetable or put a certain time to the fulfillment of those promises. Much better to say He has spoken it, He will bring it to pass. Praise our faithful God. Now, sometimes there are rather immediate needs in our lives. I think you know what I mean. Let's look at two today from the Gospels. In Mark 6, Jesus, after his cousin John had been beheaded, attempts to get away by himself, but the crowds follow him to a desolate place. There he felt compassion for them, and he taught them, and he healed them. Then he asked his disciples to feed them. The disciples were astonished. How could they? They could not. Their resources were so meager. No way, Jesus. Jesus asks them, well, what do they have? And John 6 records that they found a little boy having 5 loaves and 2 fish. For 5,000 men plus women and children? Ha! But we know what happened, don't we? Jesus blessed what they had, and wow! Afterward, the scraps they gathered filled 12 lunch pails. It's a clear message that while we may be limited, God is not limited in supplying our daily provision. The second instance is recorded in Matthew 15. There the crowds have been with Jesus 3 days in another desolate place. And Jesus says to the disciples, I do not want to send them away hungry. Hint, hint. Like us, oftentimes, they have forgotten the first miracle. And they respond, well, where are we going to get the food for this crowd? Our resources are so limited, Jesus. But Jesus again asks, what do you have? This time it's the 7 loaves and a few fish. Again, Jesus blesses, and we know the outcome. 4,000 men plus women and children are very well fed. I know that, for when they gathered up the fragments, they collected 7 man-sized baskets full. The word for basket is the same as used in Acts 9:25, when the disciples lowered Paul down a city wall in Damascus. Man-sized basket, literally. So my dear friend, can you see? Jesus does have provision for us, daily provision and a superabundance provision. But it's only through Jesus that we can receive this superabundance. It's not based on how thrifty we've been or lucky or clever. It's all come down to Jesus and His blessing. So today, don't look at your meager bank account or slim paycheck, or your health or strength, ability or lack thereof, but offer to Him what you do have, to Jesus. Ask Jesus to bless it as He did in these instances. Expect His provision, my friend, and give Him thanks. You'll come alive.